During the Second World War, the German troops left a bad memory, and no matter how much its veterans deny their numerous war crimes, they were not only soldiers, but also punishers. But the name of this Wehrmacht soldier is spoken with respect in Serbia. A movie was made about him, and his name is on the pages of the Serbian history textbook. In July 1941, in Serbia, a partisan group was defeated by the Germans near the village of Viševec. After a heavy battle, a mopping-up operation was carried out, during which 16 local residents were arrested, suspected of supporting and sympathizing with the partisans. The military court passed a verdict: all 16 men were sentenced to be shot. A platoon from the 714th Infantry Division was assigned to carry out the sentence. The condemned were blindfolded and placed against a haystack. The soldiers stood against them and drew their rifles. A little more and the command, "Fire," will sound, after which 16 more people will be added to the endless list of victims of the Second World War. But one of the German soldiers lowered his rifle. He approached the officer and declared that he would not shoot. He was a soldier, not an executioner. The officer reminded the soldier of his oath and put him before a choice: either the soldier returns to the ranks and together with others fulfills the order, or he will stand at the stack together with the condemned. A few seconds and the decision was made. The soldier put his rifle on the ground and walked towards the Serbs condemned to death, standing next to them. This German soldier's name was Joseph Schultz. For a long time, the very fact that Joseph Schultz refused to participate in the shooting of civilians and his subsequent execution was questioned. It was claimed that the whole story was communist propaganda. Schultz's family received official notification that the Corporal Joseph Schultz had given his life for the Führer and the Reich in the battle against bandits. But the commander of the 714th Division, Friedrich Stahl, described the episode in detail in his diary. Photographs taken by one of the members of the firing squad were even found. One of them shows Joseph Schultz, unarmed and without a helmet, heading toward a haystack to stand among the condemned. The dispute was settled by the exhumation of the remains of the dead in 1947. Among the 17 buried, one was wearing a Wehrmacht uniform. Joseph Schultz was not killed in action, but was shot. The division command decided to hide the shameful fact of the soldier's failure to follow orders, and the company commander, Oberleutnant, sent a notice to the relatives about the heroic death of the soldier in battle. There is nothing heroic in the biography of Sergeant Joseph Schultz. His father died in World War I. Joseph was the eldest in the family and early began his labor activity. A trade school, work as a window dresser. According to his brother's memories, Joseph was neither irascible, reckless nor aggressive, but rather soft and sentimental. Never involved in politics, he was neither a communist nor a social democrat. He was ready to serve his homeland and the Führer. At the time of his death he was 32 years old. He knew perfectly well how a soldier who refused to follow orders was punished in wartime. Why didn't he just shoot in the air? Because no one would have known that his bullet had missed. But then, in the eyes of everyone else, he would have become a murderer, and would have remained one forever. Unlike many people, either oath nor military duty could be an excuse for him. Quite consciously he made the decision to die with clean hands and a clean name. Soviet theater and film director Mikhail Ram said, "It takes considerable courage to give one's life for one's motherland. But sometimes you need no less courage to say no when everyone around you says yes, to remain a human being when everyone around you has ceased to be human beings." Still, there were people in Germany who said no to fascism. Yes, such people were few. But they were.